orientation is like, oh, I thought I would be able to do this, but I guess I cannot. So, hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm super excited to talk to you guys today. I came down, I just got back from the gym, and I had to turn on the grow lights, and I wanted to encourage you guys to get started growing today. So, I just want to give you a few tips, right? For the 2026 growing season, okay, the best gardening advice that I can offer you is to actually use what you have in order to start growing today. All right. So, granted, I'm an experienced gardener. Okay. So, I've been doing this for a few years now. So, I found out what I like. Okay. And so, I like to grow outdoors. That is my favorite. However, because of where I live and during the winter time, I wanted to still be able to grow all year long. And I wanted to encourage people who want to grow indoors that they can do it, right? So here is my setup. You guys know all about my setup. You can go back and look at my old videos. But what I mean by getting started with what you have today, right? For example, let's go with this one. Oh, this is heavy. So, this is an avocado plant, okay? I literally regrew this from seed, all right? So I had an avocado and then I decided, okay, well, let me save the seed and let me regrow it. And as you can see, it's now regrowing, all right? This is using what I have. You see, this is an old 5-gallon container that I've had for a few years now, all right? Now, so that you'll know and believe what I'm saying, okay? I showed you guys that I've been growing some avocados from seed, okay? In my indoor grow tent. Let's see. So, here's an avocado that I've been growing from seed. Now, look at it. This is what I've regrown. You see? It is now growing roots, okay? Literally, if you do not want to go out and buy seeds, okay, whatever fruit or vegetable that you're interested in, you just save the seed. This is an avocado seed. So I took the avocado and you see I had a designing water bottle. So all I did was I cut the water bottle in half, okay, filled it with water. I soaked the avocado, okay, for 24 hours. You're going to notice that the avocado seed has brown skin. Hi, welcome in. It'll have brown skin. All you have to do is just soak it for 24 hours and peel off the brown skin and soak it in water. And now it'll grow stems, okay? Simple, easy, all right? Get started with what you have today, literally. I have about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those, okay? This is one example. This is something that I brought from the store. I did not have to go buy seeds, and I have a water bottle. Simple and easy, guys, okay? Another thing, all right? What else do I have back here? Apple. So here's an apple tree, okay? Can you say, okay. So here's an apple seed, okay? This is an apple tree, but this is a seed that I literally saved from an apple that I purchased from the store. So I was like, I'm not gonna throw it out or whatever. And here you go, okay? Now this pot right here that I was in the grocery store, and you know how like they have like the floral section. So a lot of the times they're getting rid of a lot of the floral pots, okay? I don't know what they do with them. So literally today, I had to go get some dog bedding, some cedar bedding for my dogs, and they had some outside of the store. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 pots for $4. Okay, and these are 5 gallons. I think these are 5 gallons. These are 5 gallons. All right, simple, easy. All right. So what else do I have here? I have, of course, tons of pepper plants. All right. So we have some eggplants here. They look less than 5. Nah, these are 5 gallons. So we have eggplants here, literally from an eggplant that I saved. So I seed saved, even though I'm a licensed dealer. From my personal garden, I seed save. So say like I cut up some eggplants from last year and I stored them in my freezer, but I took some of the seeds from out of one of the eggplants, and so I'm just regrowing the same seeds. All right, year after year I do the same thing, and this is what I'm most excited about. Okay, so one of the very first plants that I ever grew successfully was a pepper plant. All right, pepper plants ironically are like low maintenance. Like you literally don't have to do anything. And I want to show you guys, this one is fruiting. Okay, look, the pepper, let's see if I can you guys see? Look, it is now growing a pepper. You see that? And this is all indoors, guys. This is not even growing outside. So for anybody who says, oh, you can't grow peppers indoors, or you can't grow tomatoes, or you can't grow any type of fruit or vegetable that your family wants or that you want, yes, you can, guys. Yes, you can. And so my advice, and I have many of them, okay? I have many of these. I have some lavenders growing in here. So I have some lavender. All right, growing. These are 4. These are 6 lavender plants. All right. And then we have, of course, I don't know if you guys can see the ginger right here. And then we have all the ginger plants back here, the turmeric plants. We got more pepper plants here. We have rosemary down here. We have we have all type of peppers growing in here. And so my encouragement to you guys is, look, for the 2026 growing season, I don't want you guys to say, oh, I can't grow, or I can't afford all of those plants. Okay, literally, look, I can't afford all of those seeds. Look at this. This is another one. All right, let me take out. I need to actually check on these too, because I haven't checked on them. So let's see how many avocados we have. So that's 1. So we don't have anything growing in this one yet. All right, so we got that one. And so, oh, I want to show you guys a difference. I don't know if you guys know. Hi, welcome in. So I don't know if you guys know about avocados. Oh, it's getting a little green. That's okay. We'll just give it some fresh water. So avocado seeds are like very easy to germinate. Okay, they're very simple. And so if you like avocados, I highly suggest you getting avocado seeds. That can be your first plant that you start. Literally, today you go in your refrigerator, you're about to eat your avocado or whatever, and you say, all right, I'm gonna just throw the seed away. No, don't throw the seed away. Okay, save the seed. Okay, these are 2 avocado plants that we have right here. All right, here are 3 avocado plants that we have. Okay, so here are 3. And this is all from seed saving, guys. Okay, this is all from, didn't have to purchase this. This was free. Okay, so again, the best advice that I can give you for the 2026 growing season is regrowing your own food. So instead of having to go out and, if you're a new gardener, right, instead of having to go out and purchase all of these seeds, all of these bags of soil, the containers, the fertilizers, etc., right, just regrow your own food. Okay, seed saving, that is the most confident way to get started in growing, especially when you're a beginner gardener. All right, I do not encourage you going out here spending a lot of money. Okay, this right here, so that's 3. Let's see, we got 2 more to see if they're ready. Two more. All right, so for the last 2, let's see. Now, look, another one. All right, and then this one here. Okay, and so what's gonna happen is, after about, so these have been germinated. This is Diatomaceous earth. These have been germinating for maybe, I don't know, I have to look at my planner, probably about 2 to 3 months now. Okay, and so I told you guys, they will begin to look like this. All right, so this is what your avocado plant will look like in about 6 months. Okay, and this is all being grown indoors. So please stop taking all of this advice from people telling you to go out here and spend all of this money. I was a beginner gardener at one time. Okay, I spent so much money, according to all of these YouTubers, trying to grow the way that they said to grow, and I was unsuccessful at it. And so my thing is, I want gardeners, because I know a lot of people don't like to plan their gardens, right? Because they don't know what to plant, or they don't know how to plant. Okay, so the best advice is to regrow food. All right, that will give you the confidence. You will start to know what the flowers will look like. Again, this is an apple seed. Well, this is an apple tree growing from a apple seed that I saved. All right, so yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 avocado seeds that are ready, okay, to be transplanted tomorrow. All right, so I'll transplant those tomorrow. I might not, just for the purposes of these videos. I think I'm gonna save them, because they're gonna eventually grow like this inside of the water bottles, and it's possible. And I got it all on my page too, so you can go look on my page and you'll see how I actually started the 3 avocado plants that I have behind me. But it's simple, and I have them in some, I like the dark containers for these. Again, I got 8 of these for $4. All right, you can go in the floral section when you go into the supermarkets, and they'll usually have some pots that they're getting ready to give away. All right, so 8 for $4, making them about what, 50 cents a piece. All right, so these are 50-cent 5-gallon container pots. All right, so do not look, 5-gallon containers, 1 container was 50 cents. Okay, we got a water bottle, right, that we already have in our pantries. Okay, we've already purchased avocados. Now granted, avocados take about 10 years to grow. I'm not telling you to grow avocados. What I'm telling you is that I suggest you start with regrowing food. All right, just because it will cut down the cost, all right, that it may cost you as a new beginner, until you get more confident and you're growing. Now, if you're already experienced and you want to just have the low budget gardening like I do, all right, I don't like a lot of waste. Okay, I'm very big on like having low waste. So I want to recycle, reuse, and all the things, right? So I'm going to seed save, all right? And I told you guys. And oh, let me explain to you guys too. So if this is for anybody who's interested in regrowing avocados, let me show you in a seed how a seed looks. So this is an avocado seed that is getting ready to it's starting to germinate, okay, but it's not, you see, it doesn't have any roots yet, all right, in comparison to one that let's see, in comparison to one that does, all right. So when you are growing avocados, okay, and you want to know like, oh, when do I transplant it? Okay, this right here is going to grow very long, and it's going to start to coil because of the type of container that it's in. And it will start, once it starts to coil, it will start to get taller, all right? And so this is how it looks, right? When it starts to germinate, when it opens, all right? This is how it looks once it's ready, like it's starting to germinate, right? So it's forming its roots, it looks like this. And then when the roots begin to form, it looks like this, until it eventually will open. And you'll see in the inside, oh, the camera's not doing justice, but the plant is actually, you'll see the green in the inside, the leaves, and it'll start to grow longer. Okay, so I just want to show you guys the difference between how an avocado begins to germinate. Okay, so this is simple, this is easy. I mean, once you start growing them, you'll love to grow them. Okay, regrowing is the best gardening method for new beginners or people who want to cut down waste in the garden. All right, so do not go and waste. Okay, if you're composting, save those seeds. All right, save those seeds. Just get familiar with your seeds, okay, your manufacturers, all right, and see how they seed save year after year, because you may want to purchase seeds from them in the future. But for right now, regrow, regrow, regrow. Yes, it is a thing. I've been reading a lot, okay, on different gardening methods. And one of the most exciting things that I'm trying this year with my children is, I did not know, right? You know how like you go buy bags of soil, okay? And those bags of soil, they'll generally we'll open up the bags of soil and we'll discard the bag, right? Here's a tip. You can actually grow inside of those inside of the potting soil bags. So you literally just like, say like the bags are like square, right? So you can cut the bag open, maybe poke some holes at the bottom, but generally the bags have holes in them anyway. You can poke the holes at the bottom, cut a square part open, and literally plant your seeds inside of there. All right, you don't have to buy any containers. All right, we're already seed saving, so you can learn how to seed save. I think I got some seed saving videos on my channel too. You're already seed saving, so you can just go and pop that in there and boom, you'll have a whole garden. So I'm doing that with my kids this year. I think that'll be a fun project for them to give them confidence, you know, and it'll cut down waste. All right, we don't want to keep waste, we don't want plastic, you know, we want to save our environment. Okay, and so that's just some of the things that I just found that will help us in the 2026 growing season. There are a lot of videos that can be confusing. There are a lot of people giving a lot of different advice. But the main advice that I will give for the 2026 growing season is regrow food. All right? Regrow. All right? We're cutting down waste this year. I love recycling. I'm all about sustainability. That is what I preach. Okay? And so this is how we do it. Okay, So with the food, this year, I want you guys especially, okay, to get into the habit of whenever you cut an onion up, okay, instead of throwing it in the trash, I want you to get you a little Ziploc bag and put the waste from the onions inside of the Ziploc bag. You cut up the ends of celery. Don't throw it in the garbage, okay? Put that inside of a Ziploc bag, okay? Let's buy glass, okay? Let's get into the habit of reusing glass. All right, let's cut down on the plastic, okay? First of all, it makes your food taste horribly, all right? And then it's just not good for the environment, all right? And so this year, it's about sustainability. It is about regrowing our own food. It is about being more confident, and it's about loving gardening, okay? Because it's not that hard. They try to make it hard. I promise you, it is not that hard. Gardening is very simple, all right? And I show you, okay? This is how, look, this is how, let me put this back. So I grow 5 different ways. So if you don't think that you can grow indoors, I'm here to show you that is a lie. You can grow indoors and you can be successful at it. Obviously, you got to have a plan. So let me show you how, when I started with the plan, how I'm growing successfully indoors. Look. Shout out to all of you who've stopped by, who've come by. So here's my indoor grow tent, okay? This was gifted to me by my little brother, by the way. Shout out to my little brother. But I have right now, so this is about to be full, okay? I have a rack that's going in here really soon, but I just wanted to, I put my avocado seeds and stuff in here. That's a sugarcane growing in there. Right now, we have our pepper plants that's growing here. I showed you guys the lavender, the eggplants, and what is that back there? That's another eggplant back there, okay? Then down here, all right, we have our ginger. Okay, and we have turmeric over there. So we have ginger, turmeric. We have apple tree. We have more ginger. We have our avocado. Okay, then we have our peppers. And all the peppers, as you can see, they're all starting to bulb. Not bulb, but they're all starting to grow their fruit. All right, all of these, okay? Then we have our that's a jalapeno plant. We have another turmeric tree back there. Turmeric plants back there, and I planted a pepper plant in there. Then we have some rosemary, and my favorite, so this is the first year that I've propagated my pear tree, okay? So this is a pear tree. So I have probably about 20 sticks that I have to take care of. And we have more peppers here. All right. So listen, guys, do not think that it is impossible to grow indoors. I have a simple setup. Okay. Very, very simple. Simple, easy setup. Nothing like dramatic. Okay. Lights. I have shop lights. Okay. I have a cheap little heater in here, okay, $10 heater. All right, the fans might cost more than the heaters, okay, because the 3 things that a plant needs in order to grow is sunlight, air, and water. Okay, so once I understood that, I recreate environments everywhere I go. So whatever my plants need, because I understand what my plants need, I recreate that environment for them, and it makes it very simple for me. Okay, so I know that every single plant needs sunlight, every single plant needs air, and every single plant needs water. All right, so I keep them on a schedule. I don't water one more than the other. All right, I generally water everything at the same time, unless obviously I come in and I see something needs more attention, I'll give it more attention. But if the water level is past this finger, then I'm like, okay, I'll water them. But if it's not past this finger, they're not getting any water. I kind of want to starve them, or starve them of thirst. I guess that's the right way to say it. starve them of thirst, and just feed them as needed. Because if you start over watering, that will attract gnats, it'll attract other things that you don't want to have that problem, okay? And so, yeah, it's made simple, very easy. Like I said, we're excited because in a few, I give this about 2 more weeks, okay? And this pepper, oh, it smells really good. Like, can you guys see? Look at it. It's growing. Yes, we have a pepper. This is a bell. So this is a sweet pepper. Yay. Alrighty. So as I said, this year we're going to do what? We're going to focus more on regrowing. All right. We're going to focus more on recycling, reusing, and we're going to focus more on sustainability. Okay. We have to be cautious of the future. All right. And this is how you do it. Simple, easy growing methods, nothing hard, nothing to it. I showed you guys the example by using an avocado, okay? I regrow tons of avocados. I do that all day, okay? Avocados, simple, easy. In about 2 months, we'll check back and watch this avocado will start to have it'll have like 2 true leaves on it. And once it gets 2 true leaves, then we're ready to transplant, all right? Any questions, anybody? Anybody have anything they want to say? All right, we're going to regrow this year, okay? Regrow. I'm going to say that. Go study it. Regrow. Say it with me. Regrow. All right. I love you guys. Peace.